streams are going to start at 7 a.m. So if you're wondering what that is in terms of your GMT, if you guys are in Europe, go to the calculator.
Alright, greetings. I'm going to do some casual ranked, maybe 1, maybe 2, see if we can't get a win on the board. Maybe even progress to gold spy, a rank that I've never achieved before. Okay, Henriz, Gold General, 473, identical to my yellow, and he has just a tad more wins than losses. So we'll go with my standard bizarre setup on Coconut Harley, and we'll keep it like so. Maybe even move the Marshal next to the Spy, which in turn is next to the Gen, the general manager of my setup. So hopefully this isn't one of these long setup times. Okay, cool, so we're going to get right into it. Let's see who has the first move. The honor belongs to I. No, it belongs to me. Move up with this lieutenant in the middle. I kind of switch up the way in which I play my initial moves. I don't do the same thing every single time anymore. It just gets tiresome after a while. The game becomes less interesting than it was initially. So by the way that he's sort of diversifying his initial movement, I'm thinking that he doesn't have a power piece like a major coming in. So I think I'm going to, or we may have a pair of majors, but we'll see. I think it's like a sergeant. Major, oh god, it's so obnoxious. I'm getting so sick of front row majors. Front row fucking majors. So that leaves me at something of a deficit, and there's nothing worse that I could have attained knowledge-wise than a pair of majors, so this is already off to a bad start. But, I'm no stranger to battling back. I've gotten a little bit better at it since I've begun playing Stratego, so see what we have in the middle here. Lieutenant, okay. Well, I can't just go ahead and take that with another captain. Oh my god, is he just going to lotto downward on the flanks? Keep that there. Yeah, there's not much I can do, really, is there? So we'll go ahead and place a major of our own in front of the lieutenant in the center. Probably yet another major. And I have nothing guarding it. This is really abominable. He's going to attack over captain. Okay, good. So that's actually excellent for me. I'm really glad that I got a captain back. That could have been really bad. Could have been a really bad deficit that I was facing. Okay, we'll move backward with this major because this character is using the 3 major attack strategy popularized by Dobie. As a matter of fact, this could be Dobie. Let's see. Could this be the 3rd major? No, it's not Dobie because it's not Dobby. Sorry, I've been saying Dobie. It's not Dobby because Dobby insists upon using 1 scout and then 1 major. He insists on using his 3 majors and 1 scout per major. Is how he operates. So we'll leave the major. We'll tuck the major back down here. Okay, and we'll check what this piece is in the middle. Actually, it might be more beneficial to just leave the scout here as if it's guarding this central piece. Okay. What to do? I'm a little boxed in here as I have a setup that favors bringing out stronger pieces later in the game. So I guess that's a flaw in my setup right there that I hadn't yet picked up on. Okay, let's move up with this scout, see if we can't get him to take some kind of bait. He's not going to attack over, I don't believe. Okay, so he does attack over, so that's unusual play. I think we will go up and just take this major with our colonel. Good. Okay, so he's a little reckless with his attacking. I should probably take some notes. I've been starting to do that. Okay, so he doesn't even know what this is, so a bomb for a major is a fair deal for me. So this could be a weak piece right here. Let me see what to do. We will scout up, go down 4 scouts. Not ideal. Okay, so now he's attempting to bleed me. So we'll come back up with this major. Lieutenant, we'll take with lieutenant. And we will pull our lieutenant back. Move our minor over. Move our lieutenant back. Okay. So far so good. Nothing about which to be plentifully concerned. This piece that's coming in right now, it's probably like a minor or something. And if it's not a minor, it's another piece impersonating a minor. So we'll let that come down. Alright, so how to mobilize my meteor, the meteor portion of my setup. Okay, bring this lieutenant back up. Okay, bring this lieutenant over. Attack up. Sergeant, another sergeant. Okay, so let me see what I got going on here. Okay, so now he's coming in with, well, let me see, I'm up 2 lieutenants. Could I just sack this sergeant to see how this player plays? Whether he comes in with the domino attack or he's somewhat unpredictable. Sergeant, so he came in with the sergeant. Interesting. So we'll move this lieutenant back. Okay, so this is going to be alongside a major in the beginning, so I'm not entirely certain what this piece could be. Could be a captain if he has a strong front line. Let's see what's going on in the Discord. Nada. Yeah, I think I'm going to sack this lieutenant to figure out how he comes down, whether he's a domino attacker or what. Bring this over. And we will attack over. Minor. Okay, so he's a bluffster. He's a bit of a bluffster. Would he come in with yet another bluff? That's my question. I think I'm ready again to sack a piece. Just to see. Trading. Very interesting. Okay. So now he might get the impression that I don't respect bluffs, so he might stop bluffing, which is a reasonable assumption. We'll see whether this player is in fact reasonable. Okay, we'll bring this sergeant over, make like we're guarding. Okay, so he's just performing a scout-tacular. He's really investing a lot into the discovery of my pieces on this side. I think I could back this up with a major, whatever it is. Okay, so this is a horse shit piece. Well, okay, so not altogether horse shit, but not a very strong piece either. Okay, we'll bring this sergeant up so as to provide a tripwire. And we're still stymied over here by this major. See what he does. Nope. Okay. You may want to figure out what's going on over here. And this piece came from right here, so I have to deliberate on this momentarily. Could be the marshal. I mean, it's not unusual for someone to have a sudden spurt of aggression. I think I'm going to take it with my colonel. Colonel, okay, so that was somewhere in between a smart and a dumb maneuver. Actually, that was more of a stupid play on his part. But maybe not altogether, because... No, I mean, it was a reverse bluff, is what it was. Okay, so we already knew that piece, so we're dealing with an opponent who doesn't have the strongest of memories. Hopefully he doesn't scout down on my marshal. Kind of a random piece to scout. Okay, let's go ahead and back up my major again. Back up this sergeant with my major. This is either a sergeant or a lieutenant. I think he's coming in with the lieutenant because I'm pretty sure this is a bomb. Whenever you have a piece that remains stationary and then another piece that comes from behind it, it's not whenever, but oftentimes it's a bomb. Okay, go ahead and park that mage in front of this. Park this mage and behind this sergeant. Scout, okay, so he's going through his scouts. Not as if they were water, but he's not being altogether conservative either. Okay, so I think this is probably going to be yet another scout. Go ahead, scout me, buddy. Yep. And I'm... Okay, so this is his remaining major right here. And I can't remember what's moved. I've been paying a lot more attention to my speaking and just playing. I don't want to go down another captain, though, because I've lost in that manner too many times. Okay. So let's get this scout out. See what we have coming down the pipe. Probably just a captain. Okay, so this is probably going to be a scouter. I don't want to go down another captain, but I do think that he's just scouting over here. But he did bring in that colonel earlier. Let's see. Minor, okay, good call on my part, if I do say so. Very good. Okay, so what is he coming in with now? What does he have in the very front row? We'll bring over this scout first. Okay, and we have to get in front of this marsh over here. Okay. So I just gotta hope that that's not a scout. Okay, good. Okay, so what is he apt to do right now, is the question that I find myself asking. And we still have good stream health, which is remarkable. So 12 minutes in, and the stream health is still green. Beautiful shade of green, which I love seeing. I know this isn't a good piece. I happen to know it. It can't be. It could be. See, this setup is really unconventional and probably not good for the level at which I'm playing it, or it might not be good at all, quite frankly. This bomb right here restricts a whole lot. I mean, not merely my general, which is located just behind it, but really just kind of this whole row right here becomes hindered. I don't want to go down another captain, but I think presently I am going to bring up this captain. I'm not convinced that this is going to be a strong piece. Okay, we'll leave that like so. Okay, so we have this guarding my marshal right now. I think it's time to mobilize my marshal, so we're going to do that. Okay, we'll let him just attack that piece, and if if I'm at all lucky, it's going to be weaker than my captain. Okay, let's bring up Colonel. Good. Yes, he's flippant with his majors. So now I need to clear a path for this Colonel, though. That's the next step. Okay, I'm not going to be able to get this Colonel out in time, so I'm going to be down a Colonel for 2 majors, and I'm going to have the information, which is good. Let's see if he's aware of the 2-square rule first. No, he's not aware of the 2-square rule. Good. Okay, let's find out what this is. 6. Okay, I'm not sure why you would bluff in that situation. It's very, very unusual usage of a bluff. Okay, we have another lieutenant, and this game is probably fixing to wrap up fairly soon, because this player is not good, in my opinion. Or he could just be playing badly. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Okay, so we'll apply that captain to this square back here. I had a difficult match against a player tagged bomb today with an exclamation point. Okay. Get my marshal involved, I think. If he comes down one more, I'm attacking with my colonel. Better yet, let's move the scout in front of this piece right here. Okay, it's a very, very strange play on his part. I suppose he did just reap the remainder of my scouts, but this piece comes down and I am definitely attacking with Marsh. No bones about it. Bring that out. Hopefully he'll attack. Either way, whether he attacks down with his lieutenant. Okay, we'll move the miner in front of this piece right here. Spy. Okay, interesting. So, good. Alright, so we have the spy. That's just sort of icing at this juncture. Okay, it looks like he forgot my captain. So this is just a patented slaughter. So we will move back with this major. Move back with this major. He's going to get my minor. Oh, that's right. He's aware of these two pieces right here. Completely forgot about that. Okay. He's probably going to get one of my minor as well. Wouldn't be surprised if that were the case. So he should be coming down with something like... Can't remember where the initial colonel came from, the first one. The one that we've traded already. Probably, I suppose it was on this side because the other colonel was on this side. And he came down with the general on this side, so it's more than likely that the marshal is one of these two pieces. Sergeant. I mean, I can afford to go down a sergeant. I can really afford... I can afford to do quite a bit. The only thing that I'm looking at here, the only thing that I'm eyeballing is that one captain that I'm down, but even that is not something about which to be overly concerned. Okay, find out what this piece is. 5, okay. So we'll leave our marshal right there. And he still has 3 scouts remaining. So we might potentially want to draw those out. Get my major over here. Maybe he might... Did he forget that this is a bomb? Or is he coming... he's probably got a scout right here. So I am up 2 miners though, so... Again, I'm not overly concerned. Okay, let's just move in with this genuine marshal. Very bad. Very poor play. Captain is precisely what I need. Okay, and we have this gen trapped. And there's no risk of encountering spy, as the spy is already bitten the dust. Okay, you can just proceed to do that all day. Alright. So now we just have to locate the general, and... I'm sorry, we need to locate the marshal, and I'm pretty sure that's not it. We can use a major to do that. We can use most anything. I think I'm going to use a major. I think he's trying to preserve the whereabouts of his marshal. So we'll just come right in with a major. And, yeah, okay. Take that. Colonel. I forgot he had a colonel remaining. That was poor play on my part. So let's get out our colonel. Make sure that this isn't the marshal. Okay, keep that there. Bring up this captain. Diversify my position a little bit. Okay, go down like so. Okay, move down with my minor. Okay, he has no majors remaining, so I could even... As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to... No majors remaining, so... And this came from behind what I assume at this point to be a bomb, so we'll take down Marshall. Okay. So now we know his Marshall. He's going to get a minor, obviously. So I just made this needlessly more difficult. So now I'm only up 1 major. I'm down a captain, and I'm up 2 sergeants. And I'm up a minor, down 2 2 scouts. So, not textbook play on my part. So, the decision that I'm faced with here is whether or not to trade marshals, or let's move down with this lieutenant. See if we can't draw this colonel down into this vicinity over here. Okay, what is he coming down with here? Well, we know it can't be stronger than a colonel, as we know the whereabouts of the colonel. Bring this lieutenant all the way down, and we'll play some good old defense. Okay, we have to keep this colonel right here. How to play this? I said a colonel, it's a general, obviously. Maybe we can chase after the colonel with this known colonel, as this gentleman's memory is not altogether strong. Good, okay. Okay, not yet with that. Move down. Move up. Okay. This is probably a minor, so I'm going to take that with the lieutenant. Boy, I'm not nearly as much at an advantage as I was a moment ago. Okay, so we will. Okay, so while he's preoccupied with that, I think I'm going to bring up the general. Okay, so leave that like so. In fact, maybe I'll bring up the spy. Minor. Take with captain. I think I prefer to preserve the integrity of this bomb structure right here. Okay, now we'll bring up the general. Hopefully he doesn't lotto. Okay. Well, if he proceeds to lotto, well, this could be bad. Very nice, okay. So we believe the other one was the general. And now I'm at an advantage again. We'll go ahead and take this piece with our captain, or we'll trade, either way. And we'll move the spy over. Okay. So we'll go ahead and take that. Captain, trade. Okay. Alright, so we'll get our general into his territory. I can't remember if this is moved. Whether this is moved. Yeah, well, you're not going to get my spy that easily. You dum-dum. He does have another scout, though. So actually, he is going to get this spy. That's my miscalculation there. I should get over and trade gens. Okay, so now he's making to run this piece away. You can have my spy, it's fine, it's not even valuable at this point. Okay, lieutenant, fine. Small victory for him there. I applaud his efforts. Okay. This could be quite bad, actually. I have to get my major over. Wait a second. Is that the marsh? Oh my god, I just lost track of the marshal. Okay, we will get this sergeant out. This was the marshal. Yes, that's definitely the marshal. Okay. So we will proceed with our plan here to trade the general. Can this be salvaged? I don't think that can be salvaged. Okay, that's absolutely fine by me as well. I don't think I'm going to enter data about this player in my log because this is a player I believe I could beat. If he plays the way that he just played, this is a player I believe I can beat under most any circumstances. Not to sound as arrogant as I generally do, but that was not much of a challenge. Oh, it looks like my stream health is down again. Terrific. So I guess I'll conclude that stream right there.